get this started. You don't have to go to the bank. Like most of you know, when you go back home, you go to the bank, you have to sit down there and they'll tell you the process. Whether the guy is using the right vernacular, right English, or whatever, you probably wouldn't catch it like you want to. But we have our own person here, our own sister, who will try to enlighten you on how it is done, pros and cons, and to give an idea of how you want to proceed, because you need the idea. Some of us have done it before, but you need the refresh, right? Okay, so this is going to be mostly veered towards West Africa, Nigeria in particular. But we have a great gentleman in Kenya who does the same thing. He's going to be in Kenya to do a live presentation for us in Kenya, probably in our next meeting or a couple meetings down. This time we wanted to give it to Francesca because you know our meeting takes kind of a long time. So we don't want to bombard two of them or make it look like they're struggling to say something. So today we will have Francesca talk to us and you could get an idea. The next time we will have the gentleman's name. Can I have his name put on here so that everyone could see his name? The brother, please, can you do that for us? Put his name here. This is his name, Andrew Kebe. He has a website also. So what I want you guys to do is
Andrew Kebe.
Kebe, yeah. Check his website out because just in case you don't know who he is, a very popular guy in Kenya. And he does the same thing, but he's going to be able to, you could see for yourself what happens, how he does his own. But just for you to know it's authentic, all right? This is a brother coming up too, and we're all trying to support our people, okay? Please, can you put the website too? What is the website?
I'll put it. Let me get it.
I don't know. I don't have this to my.
So we'll put the website and
Yeah, I'll put it.
Okay. In a few seconds, guys. All right. So please, my sister, Francesca, please talk to us about who you are, why you're here, and what you are here to present to us. Take it over. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Emeka. And thank you, everybody. Just one moment. Let me cut that extra.
Okay. No. Oh, we can't hear you anymore. I think you need to.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Awesome. So my name is Francesca. I go by Francesca Temi Kehinde. I have my African name in the middle for reasons being, number one, I'm so proud to be African. America had to make me use my English name, but I'm proud of that too. You know, they're all my given name. But so a lot of people know me as Temi, and a lot of people know me as Francesca. So I always have both names. Kehinde is my maiden name. I haven't changed it because I haven't changed all of my legal documents. So, but just so you know. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Today I'm here. I'm going to be talking about Sterling Bank. I work for Sterling Bank. I am a Diaspora relationship manager for Sterling Bank here in the US. And who is Sterling Bank? First, I'm going to tell you who Sterling Bank is. Sterling Bank Sterling Bank PLC is a full-service national commercial bank in Nigeria. Can you hear me?
Do you want to share your screen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
let me make you the host. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. This is what I want to share. Okay. So I put together a presentation that I'm going to be sharing all the information that I gathered to share with us today. But first, before I go into details, I want to just let everybody understand that it's all one love. We're all Africans. I don't like to have anyone feel segregated. I don't like to segregate. At the end of the day, our goal is how we're going to unite Africa and unite Africa to a point where you can be a Zimbabwean and invest in Nigeria and grow, and you can be Nigerian, invest in Tanzania and grow. I read an article some point. If I can find that information, I'll share one day, of a Gambian who saw benefits in opportunities in Nigeria, and he went ahead and invested in Nigeria, and he has grown so much capital. I don't know his name. I shouldn't really be citing, but I mean, it's a true story. So we can all benefit from this, whether we are directly related or we are not directly related. But as we go on, we're going to be able to get more and more resources to share with everyone from every part of Africa. But particularly today, I'm bringing information for Nigerians for in diaspora. And this is banking opportunities and investment opportunities with Sterling Bank. So first, I'm going to tell you who Sterling Bank is. So I will read it out so you can also grasp, but I don't actually have it out here. So I'll just tell you, and our website is www.sterling.ng, and you can go to the About Us page and you'll be able to find the details I'm sharing with you today. So Sterling Bank PLC, your one bank, is a full-service national commercial bank in Nigeria. In over 6 years of operation, Sterling Bank, formerly Now Bank, has evolved from nation's preeminent investment banking institution to a fully fledged commercial bank, and completed a merger with 4 other banks: Indo-Nigerian Merchant Bank, Magnum Trust Bank, NBM Bank, and Trust Bank of Africa, as part of the 2006 consolidation of Nigerian banking industry.
Quick question for you. Quick question. So these banks you're talking about, 4 of them, were they all located in Nigeria, or were they
all located in Nigeria? Yes, sir.
Okay, so they're all Nigerian banks, right?
They're all Nigerian banks, yeah.
Okay. Please
okay. So at Sterling Bank, our customers are our number 1 priority, and we value their feedback and ideas. We made sure there are plenty of ways for you to stay in touch. And we realized that Nigerians in diaspora are lacking in being able to get benefits of banking and get benefits of investing in their home countries. Why Sterling Bank introduced a product for Nigerians to be able to open a Naira account and a domiciliary account. A domiciliary account is a foreign currency account from the country's main currency, which could be in euro, dollars, or pound sterling. So I'm going to share this. So here I have a proposition for diaspora customers, and it's an app-based account which you can, download from the comfort of your phone and register and, go through the process and be able to answer all the questions and upload your document. And within 15 minutes, you can go ahead and you can definitely be able to open an account, a legitimate account where you can transact Naira for Naira and dollar for dollar. There is something I'm also going to introduce that I'm going to talk to you about. Not a lot of Nigerians do know about this, that are in diaspora. It's called BVN. BVN is called a bank verification number. Without a BVN, you cannot operate any bank in Nigeria. So Sterling Bank has gone further to network with NIB, which is Nigerian government, to be able to issue a BVN equipment for me as a diaspora manager here to be able to enroll Nigerians who are in diaspora to be able to be enrolled for BVN. So if you are in need of a BVN, I will be able to enroll you for BVN. BVN is like a social security number that we use here in America, although it's peculiar to banking in Nigeria. And you can only have one BVN for your lifetime, but that one BVN can be used across all banks in Nigeria. So this is the app here. Sorry, you had a question?
Yeah, quick question.
Okay. Sure.
Now, I'm looking at the phone, the app you have over here.
Yes.
Talking about some.
I'm thinking to myself, this app here would basically do everything for you and make sure that if you have any questions, it will answer it. So in this app, you could do everything there. So
it's a DIY.
Yeah, we could stay here literally on our phones, download this app, and get registered, and automatically have a domiciliary account without having to show our passport face to face and do all that. Everything.
No, you would be required to download your documents, and your
Okay.
document could be a valid ID. It doesn't necessarily have to even be a Nigerian document. However, you have to validate being Nigerian. So
Yeah.
if your Nigerian passport is expired, you would have the opportunity to use your American document or your American driver's license or your state ID,
Yeah.
and you would now be required to email your passport to the bank, just so it validates the fact that you're Nigerian.
Right, but you could do everything
You
on your
could do
phone.
everything from the comfort of your phone. Absolutely.
Okay. That's very, very good, because I had a lot of bad experiences trying to get this done. By the way, can everyone go on mute, because there's a lot of discussion? Okay, can you go on mute? Retich, please.
Quick question for Francesca. Was that BVN or BBN?
BVN, that's B as in boy, V as in Victor, N as in Nancy.
Okay.
Yes. So it's called the bank verification number.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
You have a question right here. Henry's asking you a question.
Sure, let me see that on chat.
Yes. I sent you a text message also, real quick. Yeah.
Let me check that. Sorry.
So just to kill time, can one exchange dollar for Naira and vice versa? Meaning, can you do both, right?
Okay.
I understand what they're saying. Okay. Help us out. And this is typical of our people, right? A lot of people just say what they want to say, you know, but even if you haven't finished your presentation, but you know, we're used to this. So can you answer this question, then continue, please?
So I have a question here.
From Henry.
Oh, from Henry. Can one exchange dollar for Naira and vice versa? Unfortunately, no, because because of the exchange rate that fluctuates on a daily basis, and the differences in the black market versus the CBN rate, the bank would not exchange dollar for Naira for you, nor Naira for dollar for you. If they will do that, excuse me, they would do that at the CBN rate, but you cannot transfer from your domiciliary account into your Naira account. So it's either going to be dollar for dollar or Naira for Naira. However, if you were present at the bank physically in Nigeria, then you can definitely exchange your dollar for Naira.
Okay, cool. Can you mute there's somebody? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think that was Tish.
I see another question here, and I can just answer your question as we go gradually.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yemi Salau said something about BVN. I think you were just, I guess, answering the question Rhoda had, I believe. And then Akin says, how about NIM? So NIM does not, I believe it's NIN, that's Nancy, India, Nancy. So NIN does not really have much correlation to do with your banking. That's a national identification number that is peculiar to identity, more so in terms of you renewing your passport or your driver's license. And I definitely can provide you valid information in regards to where you can get that. You can actually get that and get enrolled for that, being in Diaspora. I will put that on chats in a few minutes once I can locate it. However, BVN is peculiar to banking, and I'll be able to help you with BVN.
Okay.
Okay, and I see another question here. Can someone deposit money in America to the Nigerian account? Absolutely. From this app here, once you're able to go through the process of opening your account, you would be able to, you would get to, on the dashboard, you would get to a point that says fund your account. And you can fund with your American, say you bank with Bank of America or you bank with Chase Bank. You can fund your account, excuse me. You can fund your account with your, from your Chase into Naira account. So, but what happens is they are definitely going to be exchanging it for you at the CBN rate because you're dealing bank to bank. There are other ways you can fund your account, whether you go through different other third parties, money transfer, you can do that. But with regards to, I see another one says, how long would that take? It's usually supposed to be instant. So if you, when I attempted that, I did it instantly, and within, I would say, give it the time differences, within an hour, I was able to see my funds in my account. So yes, you can do that.
Yeah. Quick question. Can you mute Rotish?
I'm sorry, can I mute, you said?
Yeah, can
Okay.
you mute the person called Rotish?
Oh, rotate, can I mute the person? Sure, I did.
Yeah.
I just did that. Okay.
Yeah, that will help us. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. So
All
any
right,
other
please
questions?
go.
All right, so I'll proceed. So that's with regards to the account opening process. So it's usually will take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll be able to get to a point where you can have an account number generated for you. I'll just give you some pointers that you might need to know. You can when you enroll to sign up, you can use your American phone number, which would enable you to be able to get alerts whenever you have any transaction being done on your account here in America. You don't necessarily have to use a Nigerian phone number. And likewise, your American address, you can use as your residential address because this is where you're resided. However, you would also be required to have a Nigerian reference address. So it could be anyone like a friend, brother, sister, cousin, mother, father, whosoever it is that you might have in Nigeria. It's just important for us to know that you have someone that we can have as a reference back there, where we would use that as a referee for you in any event we need to have contact with you and we're not able to. So you're required to have that person's phone number. And that your relations, what your relation is to that person and that person's address. And once you're able to provide all of those, it would complete the process and you'll be able to open an account and proceed to also open a domiciliary account. Then it goes also, what are the bank charges to maintain a domiciliary account? I may not be able to answer those off the top of my head, and I wouldn't want to give you wrong information in terms of the domiciliary account charges, but I can definitely take your name and I can leave you my contact as well, and I'll be able to furnish you that details exactly so I can have the right answer for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can, if there are no other questions, I can go ahead and proceed.
I think there's one more question. If you open, also, what are the bank charges? Okay, no, sorry, please go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Okay, so once you're able to achieve an account that you are operating, I mean, I've had a lot of success stories. I've gone from state to state. I've opened over 300 to 400 accounts since I joined this company. I mean, people have just been really grateful. Of course, they are work in progress. There were circumstances where there were, hitches or glitches in the process, understanding the culture of how things happen in Nigeria versus how culture of things happens here. We are used to instantly getting results here in America. So sometimes we can be a little bit impatient, but I have to tell you, a lot of work has been done to ensure that things are done in real time. And if in any event it cannot happen, this is always based on the fact that it's the time difference. But we do our best to ensure that things are questions are answered and peculiar situations that are taken care of as quickly as possible. So moving forward from opening an account, we also have all other services that you can benefit from. And these are product offerings. You can invest your money in Naira or dollars and gain interest on them. I'll go into more details in a few minutes as to what the interest rates would be. We have also introduced the mortgage system for Nigerians in Diaspora. So you can borrow up to about 50 million Naira to be able to furnish properties in Nigeria, to own a property in Nigeria. Let me just.
What is that equivalent to in dollars?
So I believe that's, again, give or take, let's do it over an exchange rate of $500. It will be about $100,000. Yes.
Yeah, so they could borrow $100,000.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, for property in order to be able to use it towards a legitimate in prime locations properties. For the most part, the bank has properties that that are already completed, that they have the CFO and everything, so you don't have to deal with situation, because a lot of people have had situations in the past where they've had fraudulent situations. So the bank has ensured that they are not dealing with third parties that they cannot back up. So they are dealing with their own properties. But recently, I've also heard that they are also dealing with some investors that they are also able to, they've done due diligence on the investors. So they can work with certain investors that they have background check and history on in other properties that is not owned by the bank. That's in regards to mortgage. Double is another investment form that you can benefit from, and I'll go into more details about that later on. Here it says, we have made the ultimate dream possible. Our customers abroad can now own a home in Nigeria. No third-party interference, more investment opportunities. The interest rate is at 17.5%, and it's a maximum of 50 million Naira. The one thing I have to share here is that it's over a 10 years tenure. So, and there are some clauses to the fact that they don't want you to pay this loan beyond the age of 60. So if it's over a 10 years tenure, so if you are, it would be beneficial to someone who was probably reaching the age of 49 to be able to take advantage of this, because if by the time the 10 years is over and you're reaching 60, it disqualifies you. I want to believe that this is just really trying to encourage young up and coming investors to be able to have an opportunity to own mortgages back home. Even if you're not going frequently, there are things you can do with your properties. You can lease your properties out. Airbnb has grown so fast these days. You can have it as an investment properties for you, and you don't necessarily have to be there, and you just have your money making money for you. So that's one. This is still more talking about the mortgage. This is where it talks about the maximum tenure of 10 years. And then with a maximum of 60 years at maturity of the facility. The equity contribution is minimum of 30%. So meaning that if you're loaning about 50 million Naira, you need to have about 30% of that as a down payment towards the mortgage.
30%, okay.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go on more into talking about the I invest. So I invest here. There are 4 different ways you can invest. There's treasury bills, there is Eurobond, there's equity shares, and there's fixed deposits. So let me give you more details about those and explain what each one of them is to you. So treasury bills. I'm sorry.
Please,
go ahead.
When I'm looking at these ones here, right, it looks almost advanced for us. So
okay,
if you could break it down in a way where if somebody wanted to talk about, I've never heard Africans talk about treasury bond just because it looks like there's something. So if you
fishy, right?
triple it down so a street person can understand. Just
absolutely.
Okay.
So treasury bills are just like bills, like certificates, really. It's a minimum, it requires a minimum investment of 10,000 Naira. The maximum tenure is 365 days, which is 1 year. The interest rate is currently between 4.0% and 6.35% investment. It's only available. Say that again.
Say it one more time. The interest rate. Because
the interest rate is 4.0% and 6.35%.
Okay.
Investment.
For
the investment
1 year.
is only for 1 year.
Yeah, okay.
So the investment is only available for termination after a holding period of 30 days, meaning you would have to hold it for up to 30 days for you to have an early termination. However, if you have an early termination, it attracts a 30% penalty charge on the accrued interest. which means the investment amount and the returns are denominated, and they are denominated in Naira. So that's for the treasury bills.
Okay, quick question.
Sure.
Why would somebody, because I'm asking, and I hope you understand why I'm asking this, why would somebody want to do any treasury bills? What's the advantage? What are we achieving?
Okay, let's say hypothetically, excuse me, you're here in America, excuse me, just delete all this. Sorry, I don't know if my screen is sharing the wrong information.
Oh, you could go to the next, you could just go to the second tab.
Okay.
You see where it says position of diaspora?
Okay, I see that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, I see that. So your question again was, why would somebody? What would be the benefits?
Yeah,
Okay.
educate us on that. Educate us on that because
Absolutely. You know, we're here in America it's always an advantage for us being here in America that we earn our money in dollars, right? Somebody just asked me to mute Aya, so let me just mute Aya. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. I tried the other cars and it was raining sideways, and all this hair that I carefully flat ironed was like.
Aya, can you unmute?
So yeah,
I can't find Aya's name.
And it curled right back up.
I can't find Aya's name here to mute Aya. So, all right.
Yeah,
So we have an advantage here in the United States based on the exchange rate currently. And that gives us an opportunity to be able to use our loose change to grow somewhere else. Because one of the greatest advantage that we have here is the fact that we have a second life somewhere else. You know, typical Americans, all they know is here, you know, and yes, we all came here for greener pastures, but doesn't mean that where we are coming from is dead beaten and written off. There are advantages and opportunities we can always still benefit from there. I did not understand the essence and power of Naira, no matter how much it's gone down or it's going down, until I started to use my banking. You know, there are times that I find myself just having extra change here, and I throw them into this little saving opportunities, saving bonds, saving treasury bills, or whatever it is. And I'm not looking at it to spend it. I'm not even looking to change it, and it's growing for me. And even if I may not necessarily need to use the money back here, peradventure I visit over there, I don't necessarily have to save money to spend when I'm over there, because I already have some money already kind of like stashing and saving for me over there. So those are one advantages.
Okay, one. So let's continue that frame of thought. So guys, what she's saying here is, if you put your money in this treasury bills, right, you are expected to get anywhere between 4.something% to 6, right? So
6.35%.
Yeah, 6.something%, right? This is where you could put your money and just let it grow. Because I'll tell you this, if you put your money in the savings account here, you only get 0.001%. There's no money here, Chacha. I mean, I promise you.
And 10,000 Naira is equivalent to what?
Probably like $20.
You know, and that's the lowest amount you can invest.
Yeah, you can.
It's a no-brainer.
Look, if you have $100, just $100, right? Again, just $100, you can put it in here and just let it grow. And
absolutely.
Next time you go to Nigeria, you may not even need to bring money from here to go there, because you already have something that has been generating something for you. Because I can tell you this, a lot of people here have not been back home for more than 5 years. Quote me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely, because they could not put money together.
Yeah, so this is an idea, and you know, I needed to get this out so Francesca could tell us, because me, I wasn't sure. You know, I'll be honest, now I know, today I know, some of us are knowing today too. Treasury bills is where you put your money to just chill if you have excess money and just let it grow 4% to 6%. Obviously, they're using your money to give people loans who need it back home. But since you don't need it, keep it and let it grow, right? Keep it and let it grow. This is just an example. So I know that now. This is financial literacy. Sylvester, do you agree on that or not?
Yeah, yes, there's just one point I want to emphasize there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Treasury bills, the first question you have to ask yourself when putting money in treasury bills is that, does any government ever shut down? Governments don't shut down. So
Correct.
your investment is bulletproof. It's not like investing in a company that could wind down tomorrow. Wow. So that's one of the biggest reasons you invest in treasury bills and treasury bonds.
Thank you for that.
Governments are bulletproof. Yeah.
Akim, are you there? Are you listening?
Thank you for that, Sylvester. That's a very great point. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thumbs up on that.
Yeah. Okay, so, that's amazing, and I'm telling you, I will have to make an effort here. Okay.
So yes, Akin's question here says, is if treasury bills are yearly, does it automatically roll over to the next year, or you need to reapply? So here it says a maximum of 365 days. So I believe that that's a very great question. I am going to, definitely
get back with us
into that, and I'll get back to you on that. But for the fact that it says a maximum tenor of 365 days, yes. So you might have to reapply, but I will get back to you on that. So
and honestly speaking, I've heard somebody talk about it, but it felt like it was too advanced for me. And there was a Kenyan guy talking to me about it, about how he receives, he just relaxes and enjoys the percentage profit, and I want everyone to get involved in this thing she's saying, because somehow, some way, you probably have heard about this, but you aren't sure what it is. So please explore on your ideas, because she's bringing up some very good facts. Sylvester, I want to also ask you.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah. When it comes to treasury bill and treasury bonds, it's just on the structuring. When you buy them, and you buy them in two markets. There's the secondary markets or the primary markets. But when you buy them, you structure where you can say you want automatic rollover, interest, or you want automatic rollover without interest, which means your interest gets paid and it rolls over. But if you really want to compound quick, you choose automatic rollover, interest. Then now they just keep rolling it. It matures, then they roll it over until you say you want to cash it.
Let me ask this question real quick. Sylvester, you did banking before, right?
Oh, I did banking operations, and then I did financial control. So I was always on this.
We will have to have you present on this, because what you are doing in America can also help people. You also have that talent of people in Africa.
Absolutely.
So, you could collaborate. You and Francesca could collaborate and get us this financial literacy, because a lot of people have money in the bank right now. They put maybe $100. If you go to the bank now, it's still $100, and you have not benefited from it.
I will get your number. We will collaborate through Emeka. We will collaborate and see how we
I have just learned some things from you, so we definitely.
and okay, so I fault you, Sylvester, for knowing this and not telling us.
No, slowly. Emeka, I've been telling you too many things, and I don't want to overwhelm you.
I did tell you guys, Sylvester knows banking, remember? Francesca?
Yeah, that he could help. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, he did mention that. He did rather mention that.
So guys, do you see what's happening? Now, if you have money in the bank today, and you are not having it under the treasury bills, you're not doing yourself a favor. Why? Because your money is now, instead of being an asset to keep making money for you and growing, it is a liability, because that money you have, let's just say in Nigeria, when maybe you had it 10 years ago. 10 years ago, the value of Naira, when you put that, let's say 100,000 Naira, was $1 to less than 170.
Right.
Today, it's more than 500. So it's $1 to 500 and something. So your money has not grown. It has decreased. those of you in East Africa, like in Kenya, 10 years ago, your money was 1 to 80 something. Today it's over 100 to 1. So if you left your money there without using this financial freedom we are getting here, your money has reduced in power. You cannot buy the same thing you could have bought 10 years ago with it. But if you let your money increase 4%, I don't know, every year, right? Or every month, what was the gradual increment? I think it's yearly. Even if it's 2% a year, inflation normally it's not more than 3%, usually. Right. Now in Africa, it's really low because I bet you something you used to buy for 50 Kenyan shillings is almost pretty much still 50 Kenyan shillings. In Nigeria, something, you know, like people who know Akara.
Oh, yeah.
That used to buy 20, 30 Naira. It's probably still the same. It might be smaller, but it's the same. But if you are getting a return of 4% to 6%, my brother, my sister, this is the best way to do. So
I agree. Thank you.
Everybody who has come to this meeting, I'm telling you now, if you have money in this country you are not using, you paid your mortgage, rent, car note, insurance, and you have $100 left, take 15 minutes and open up the app and get your money working for you, because you might need to send money to your mom, your brother, your uncle, your niece, anybody, your friend. Think about it. I'm not saying put too much money there if you cannot afford to do it, but use the information you have here to make your finance, your money grow longer for you, right? So please, I'm hoping this is giving you another way to think about your own money, okay? So again, remember, and I have to keep saying this, the purpose of this meeting is how to get you better month by month, day by day, year by year. It's not an instant gratification. That stuff doesn't work. It's not real. You start the process, you get the information, and you grow. Okay. So with that being said, does anybody want to say something before she continues? Because I know you guys have
there are some questions here that I just probably want to answer on the chat. Yeah. I think Yemi did say that Yemi Salau said it. I think it does like CD here. Yeah, somewhat. Just the difference is treasury, like Sylvester pointed out, treasury bills are government bills. Bills. And you did ask, is there a minimum to open an account? The minimum required, it's usually would say an average of 50,000 Naira, but honestly, the goal is just open the account and you would not even be told how much you need to continue to use in the account. You know, I would not put a threshold on it, honestly, because I've had people who just open it just for the sake of opening it, and believe it or not, the need came. I have people who at this point have 10 to 20 million Naira in their accounts. You know, because they got an opportunity during the pandemic, and
made some money.
So it doesn't also limit you to just savings. I would this is gearing a little bit away from what Sterling Bank offers, but it's all goes into one another. I'm a business person. You can with the new age of technology, e-commerce and everything, you can do business in Africa. I know people who do business in Africa and they don't necessarily have to spend their dollars.
Wow.
And
well, you will have to teach us about that too, because
that is, I have an expert who's going to be talking to you about that, and he's my husband. So he's an e-commerce, guru. So he will be able to, show us how to scale and grow in that regard. Honestly, we have the world is a global place now with technology. We cannot limit ourselves. We cannot limit ourselves. And we came here to look for better things. We're growing. We cannot just leave it here. We got to take it back.
Correct. Okay, I want to say this. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before she continues? Because I want her to see if she could also talk to us about Euro bonds, equity shares, fixed deposits. Now, some of you may know it, don't get me wrong, but everybody doesn't. So please hard on us to also get that insight and that info too. So if anybody
I'm going to
has,
answer a quick question from Oge. Can someone withdraw dollars from your domiciliary account from Nigeria? Absolutely. So, Oge, what you can do is you would write a memo to the bank, and they would be able to issue out your dollars to whosoever the third party is in Nigeria. But bear in mind, there are over 700 branches of Sterling Bank. Absolutely, dollars in Lagos, in Abuja, you got to know that yes, they might have dollars in the bank. You want to go all the way to maybe somewhere in Oshobo village, and they've never probably come across dollars. Not saying they haven't. You would have to be reasonable as to where
yeah,
you want your dollars to be collected. So that's just a little joke I'm throwing in, but it's the truth.
yeah.
So,
And then
okay. All right. So are there fees? I'm sure there will be fees. I don't have the numbers that I would also put
I'm sure
down
there'll
to
be
be able to
fees.
share with you guys again. I'm sure there'll be fees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
please continue. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Eurobonds. So Eurobonds is a minimum investment of in an amount of actually US dollars. There's a tricky part to this. Even though it says Eurobonds, it's in US dollars. Because US dollars is more um, globally accepted versus any other currency. So
Yeah.
they are dealt in dollars. Let me mute.
Lola, please mute your phone.
Okay. So the Eurobonds requires a minimum deposit of $1,000, and it has a tenure of 2 years. Coupon is the coupon is between 7.63% and 6.38% per Euro bond that are held to maturity. There is no option for early termination. Investment amount and returns are denominated in dollars. I said that already. So that's as much information I have about that. I can also share it here so you can, if you want to screenshot it and read it on
Yeah.
your own, you can do that.
I would say this. I think basically this is one that we should stay away from, pretty much, unless you have some kind of real business. I think for us, treasury bills is where it's at.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then there's still the fixed deposits. So the fixed deposits, these are investment instruments offered by financial institutions. It is one of the most preferred options that enables customers deposit a lump sum amount, choose a convenient tenor, and earn the interest at maturity. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about a lot of new financial. I've seen quite a few of those happening a lot now recently with my alumni university and stuff like that, where they want you guys to come together and put money together in a fixed deposit and use it towards some investments. That's what this is, something like what this is referring to. Again, I can get more information about this and share as we show interest in those.
Okay.
And the last is equities. Sorry, did you have a question? Okay, the last is equities. All companies listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange can be traded on the app trading of shares on the app and can be done 24/7. Trades will be executed as soon as market is opened the next working day. There are no foreign shares available on the app for now. Customers are not allowed to use their existing CSC account. So I think that is CSC. I got to check what that is. I think that's customer service, customer account on the app.
Quick question. I think this would probably be because most of us probably have a Robinhood or
exactly
Fidelity accounts. I don't think this will apply to it because
yes, but the treasury bills definitely.
Yeah. Please. Okay. Go ahead.
So the next we have is the double. So the double is also, again, has 3 variances. So the double, it says enjoy 100% returns on your investment. The double is an automated investment platform where you can invest in any of the unique categories at your convenience and get returns up to 200% over a period of time. There are 3 variances of the double. There's the double target, there's the double rewards, and the fixed deposits. So you will see a double B in the double. It's intentional, so it's not a typo.
Yeah.
So it's just because it's an app, and that's what that's how they were able to create the app. I guess the original double might have been already been taken.
Yeah.
So
quick question, my sister, please.
sure.
Can you be honest with us about this one? I don't know anything. I'll give you 200% return. Have you tried this?
I haven't tried this. I'll be honest with you, and I haven't tried this. And
what is it about? What is
so
because
it allows to either invest in so the double rewards. It allows to either invest in one contribution lump sum or monthly, which could be a duration of 3 years or 5 years. Where you get so
long
it's
term.
like putting your lump sum money tied down for a period of time.
Yeah,
Yes.
long term. Okay.
Yes. So there is double target as well. This allows you to save a sizable amount towards achieving a target, and then your interest is paid to hit the target. So again, you want to look at this like some kind of I don't want to use the word gamble, but it could sound like it. So you put a target and you allow your saved sizable amount of money until you reach your target, and then your interest is paid to you. Then there is the double fixed. So the double fixed allows you to fix a set amount of funds for at least 30 days and earn up to 5% per annum. And all investments are available in Naira or dollars. Again, there is a website.
Are you
Sorry?
We only seen enjoy 100%.
Let me share that. Okay. So there's a website for double, and it's www.double.ng.
Okay.
So you can, if you need to take a screenshot of this, feel free to do that.
Okay, tell us. So this is the website where people can go if they are interested in doing.
Absolutely, you can research more information. I can point you in the right directions of direct contact as well. If interested, and and there are so many more benefits. Again, everything starts with relationship. You learn more as you grow your relationship with the banker, and things just you see opportunities that are available to you. I had somebody called me the other day that he has 50 million naira that he wants to invest. What can he get? And I'm like, okay, let me talk to the bank and see if what can you offer me? One other person called me one day and said, I have this amount of money in GT. This is what GT is offering me. Can you do better? That I haven't gotten the feedback on yet, but I'm just saying everything starts with a relationship, and those are ways that you can, put your money to work for you. Okay. So this concludes my presentation. I would go ahead and take any questions. I see some in the chat, and those are the information.
One more. Can you go to the last, not the last one, but the number 13? What does this say?
So it's just still emphasizing more information about the mortgage that I had shared earlier. So it says that Sterling Diaspora mortgage available to Sterling customers outside Nigeria on only completed properties in major cities in Nigeria. So interest rate is 17.5% per annum. Commitment fee is 1%. Insurance on property is 0.2%. Keyman insurance. These are terms that are, with asking questions and knowing, you would, get more and more familiar and understand them better.
Okay. Do you have your information? Did you also put your information where people could get a hold of you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Your complimentary card, anything,
Yeah, I should have actually taken a snapshot of my complimentary card. But on this page here, I have my phone number there. If you want to snapshot it, that's 817-710-9466. If you're,
can you copy that and just paste it on the
I'll do that. So what I'll do on the chat, I would send a picture of my business card, so you can take that information, and let me just send that in. But again, the information are all here too. That's my referral code, so because it's important that I get my So when you're downloading the app, please do not neglect to have that referral code 514772. But again, it's always best to communicate with me. I can guide you step by step. There are some areas where you may be unclear what to do. I'm happy to take your calls. I have a secondary number that I will share just because we are all family. We.
Yes. Yes.
That's my personal number, but it's already turning into business. And we can all have access to that. Okay.
Everyone, please, I ask of you, if you have time, just patronize our sister. She's here for everyone. That's the code right there. It's been written out.
Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, Rhoda.
Our information will put
no
here
worries.
real quick. So, I mean, again, you can start the process now or when you're ready, but just remember this, even if you're not ready now, right? You have somebody who's going to be there when you're ready. Francesca is here, right? She's not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
We know she's not going anywhere because with people like us who want an advancement and progress, we know that we are not going to do anything but try to be progressive day in, day out. So we have somebody here who's going to help us. Again, this is not for every single person, but there are people who this will really help. I know there are people here, you know, and you could say amen to that, that have learned something today. I'm part of it. I didn't know this treasury bond stuff or bills. I know it now, and I'm going to make a change in the way I invest overseas because I'm invested in Nigeria, I'm invested in Kenya, and I don't think any of them are putting 6% or 4% of my money. But now that is all done because I'm telling you, we have to start making changes. If you want to be better, you have to do things better. You have to learn to learn, right? So with that being said, who has a question? I know, Yami, you have your hands up, so please go ahead.
Emeka, you have to. I don't know why you're sanctioning me, man. I know I have too many questions, man, but don't sanction me. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
I had a question about the mortgage. With the mortgage, is it for already built properties, or does that apply to like from scratch properties?
So already built properties that the bank already has a C of O for. However, that was what the bank started with a few years ago, that it was working for them just for security purposes. Now they have also started to work with investors who are building properties. So if they're able to verify and do proper check and background of those investors, I will work at getting a list of investors that the bank would work with, and I can get those across to us as well. And I guess they would work with those properties that are being built.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So did she clarify what you needed, or did you just say thank you just to get out? I beg.
No, she did clarify. She did clarify.
Thank you. Thank you.
Francesca, one question. For the banking, like opening an account in Nigeria, do you have to be Nigerian? And like this BVN that you're talking about, can a foreigner get it?
Yes, for right now, I'm only limited to helping Nigerians with the banking because that's one of the limitations, that you have to be Nigerian for the BVN. Likewise, I know that they are working on, because there are investors who are non-Nigerians, especially a lot of Cameroons.
Yeah, expatriates.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but on these particular products, for right now, I guess because this is the first product they've started with, which is the Switch by Sterling app, it's limited to Nigerians. I had asked that same question when I joined the company, and they did assure that they're working towards extending it to other Africans who are non-Nigerians. So, but at this time, it's just for Nigerians, and I will follow up to see how others can benefit. That certainly will get back to you guys.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So Switch is a physical bank. Like if you go to Nigeria, there's a bank that you can walk into.
So Sterling Bank is a physical bank that you can walk into. So Switch is one of the products that Sterling Bank owns. So there are so many products that, because it's an app based. So that was actually designed specifically for Nigerians in diaspora, because in the past, when people would open banks in Nigeria, they would need to, without having the addresses over here in Nigeria, or having they would need to use a Nigerian phone number, which after like 3 to 6 months, it becomes obsolete, and they're not able to continue usage of their phone number. They lose track of everything. So this app was developed to be able to help Nigerians that are abroad stay afloat of the accounting process, and that's why we made it app based. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Any more questions, please?
Oh, somebody said, what is the definition of Nigerian? Can we be born in the US? Parents are born in Nigeria.
Say what?
I love that question. So what is the definition of Nigerian? Can we be born in the US? Parents are born in Nigeria. I believe.
Let me start with that question. Let me say, oh, gee. I was born in California, but I was born and I was taken back. And my blood is still Nigeria, day in, day out. You are Nigerian if you have there's so many things, but you are if you're Nigerian, no question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I believe she's he or she is asking based on documentation to present if you needed to show that you're Nigerian in opening the account.
Oh, like passport stuff?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I believe if your parents are Nigerian, you should be able to get a Nigerian passport without a doubt.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, if your parents are Nigerian, you should be able to get it. My son has a Nigerian.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's like the prerequisite, basically, to have that Nigerian passport first.
Pretty much, to have a document that just shows that you are Nigerian.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Absolutely. Thank you.
Next question, please.
Let me see if there's another question.
I think we wanted to, Shem wanted to say something real quick, but I want to give everyone a chance to ask questions. Make sure you ask your questions to be sure that you got what you needed out of this. Okay? So who else has a question? Please ask. If you can't ask, just write it down, because you might be shy, right? Type it out and let's see it. And just ask anything. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is all free knowledge, right?
Well, notwithstanding, if you don't have your questions now, again, I have my contact here. Feel free to reach me and text me, call me, DM me, however. I will be happy. If I don't have the answers, I will definitely get the answers for you. But go ahead. Yeah. Somebody will say something.
Brother, I think you raised your hand up, or was that old? You already had your question?
That was I already asked my question.
Okay.
That was before, yeah.
So let me see if there's anybody else who has their hands raised up. Okay.
Well, I hope this has really been valuable to everybody. And I hope you've all enjoyed and seen some benefits in this. I'm going to, pass on to Emeka.
Yeah, I have gotten a lot of info, me personally. I want you to know that. And I really appreciate you giving us your time. And, like we all know, every Thursday we're here. Guys, we probably wouldn't be here for the rest of the month because we have some traveling to do. So we'll continue next month. So our next meeting will probably be, let me check. I'm gonna check for you guys, probably the 31st or the 7th of next month. So, but I'll let everyone know. So any more questions? If you appreciate what Ms. Francesca has done, please show her some appreciation. Sylvester, actually, I think it's better for you to say that.
Yes, Sylvester.
People want to feel that. You know, when you say that,
Yes.
people want to
Sylvester,
feel.
I think you just say that, yes.
You know, Sylvester, where are you? Come on now. Don't shy away. We need you.
Yeah, seriously, sometimes we just underestimate the processes of banking in Africa when you're in diaspora. Even Kenya has tried to advance, but man, going through the process of opening an account, I think these people have got it right. They've eased the process. They've taken out the complications. You know what hurts there is the complications.
The complications.
You explain too many things, and then you get tired somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, you just walk away.
Like,
I need to get this. I need to get this. I need to get my father's stuff, my mother's stuff, my bill.
The paperwork is too much.
Location of where I stay. I mean, like, so much. You just say, you know what? That's okay. I will send it through Western Union or whatever I need to. You know?
Yeah.
So, this is
great. Yeah.
This is actually where that was actually where it started from. One of our staffs back in Nigeria would typically travel here on a regular basis or maybe on vacation, and he would find people who needed accounts to be open, and he would just call back the bank and get bundles of papers, and that was where the initiative really, I believe, came from, and they introduced this innovation. And I believe I agree with you, Sylvester. It's a really good one.
This is good.
It's a work in progress. It's only going to get.
They are starting something like this because if you give Africans the chance to try to explore and enjoy Africa, even though they're here, they'll spend the time doing it. But if you make it as hard as concrete, no one is going to be motivated to go back home.
Oh yeah,
you know? I'm telling you, because when you go back home, there's no this, there's no this, there's no. That's the only thing. The reason why we're not here is because there's no this, there's no that, there's no this, there's no that. Trust me, because I don't want to stay in this house. I don't even know my neighbors. If I try to shake them, they're pulling out the gun like, "Hey man, we don't know you, man. Hey, you know, we don't want."
They don't want new friends.
No, the only reason why we're here is because, again, Africa doesn't have this or that or this. So with making this comfortable or at least easier, people will have to explore. The only thing is you have to get the word out. And that's what we're trying to do. Because with this information you've given us, Francesca, some way, somehow, someone will say, hey, look, you are trying to open up your account with, let's say, First Bank, right? Everybody knows First Bank. Why don't you try this with? You could do everything on the app. It's easy. There are a lot of people who use this for day-to-day everything. I'm one of them. Most of us are probably victims to this. It helps. So, yes. So, Mrs. Francesca, thank you so much. Please, everyone, please show your appreciation, please.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you all for listening. I'm so glad.
Thank you, Francesca.
Free talent. Show some appreciation, please. Thank you. Also, I wanted to make some announcements because we have a lot of things going on. As you guys know, there's been a lot of land deals going on that I want to congratulate some people on those who bought some land. But Shem is here to talk to us about other things. By the way, let me stop the recording because this recording is solely for you, Francesca. Okay.
Thank you.